welcome to my channel, Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if this is your first time dropping in and checking out one of my videos, I hope you enjoy what you hear and see. If you're returning from a previous video, as always, I appreciate your continued support. We are going to try to finish up my, oh no, I punctured it. I had this under like every single one of my finished diamond paintings, trying to take the curve out of it. But there is a first video of how I set this up. What we're going to do today is we're going to try to finish making my advent box for my dog. There's 12 doors here. It's just going to be the 12 days of Christmas, but we're going to do it the 12 days leading up to Christmas and then Christmas Day. So we have to get a move on because I think it's the 10th. And I think I have to start this in 3 days, and this is what I have done. I have not worked on this at all. So yeah, we have a lot to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and peel off the washi tape. So as you can see, I left it where I was contemplating whether or not I wanted to use the green glitter paint or not. And I ended up choosing to use it, as you can see. And yeah, the washi tape did a very nice job of making a nice door. I went over there. And like I said before, normally I beat myself up with perfectionism and stuff, but I'm not going to do that with this. This is just for fun for my dog. She's very present on my channel. So if you're new here, you don't know her, but my dog is a Rottweiler. She's 9 months old now, and her name is Moogie, often referred to as Moogie Bear. And she is one of my true childs. She is one of my true children. These doors came out really nice. I'm very happy with the way this worked out. So I was concerned about the washi pulling off, because the washi did that. A lot of the red paint, because I was being impatient and not doing a lot of waiting for paint to dry. So I was concerned that when I pull this off, I was going to pull off a lot of the red paint. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to color it in with like a Sharpie or something, because I'm not pulling paint back out. I'm not going to do it. But so far, so good. I'm not... Ooh, I really went over there. That's okay. See, I was getting very sloppy. Just very impatient. I don't like painting. I like diamond painting. Okay, there we go. And I believe the way I had it set up was like this. Yeah, that's the top. So for me, I believe the next step will be to cut these doors out. I'm going to have these doors open like this. So I'm going to cut along here. And then I'm going to, well, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. So I have a new microphone that I'm testing out. I was listening to one of my videos and I heard a lot of background noise in it. So I got something with supposedly noise reduction. I listened to a lot of the people reviewing it, and I thought it sounded fantastic. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. I didn't really trial it because, guys, I'm having a hard enough time getting on here just to diamond paint. I mean, just to record. So I didn't want to like waste the day like trying to test this out and stuff. I figured I'll test it out. I did do a very quick test to make sure it does record my voice, and that was it. So it's on my person. I hope. Okay. This is going to be, I had said this from the get-go, this is going to be the hard part, is getting this to cut nice and straight without a lot of annoying I didn't cut all the way through. I don't know why this is so hard to do on foam board. I really don't. I don't understand it. Without making a mess. So I actually looked it up. It's like, how do you cut nice, straight, even lines on foam board? And it was like, make sure your knife is on an angle, which this is, and it's still does some messed up things. So then my thought was, to just cut like that. And that's one door. What do you guys think? Okay, so that's one door. It's not door one, it's one door.
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time. Smile, my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to cut out all of these doors and be right back.
So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late.
Okay, so some of them are pretty smooth, some of them are pretty rough, but I think they're all cut out. This is a smooth one, so it's a little harder to open. I cut them out all different ways. Oh, I didn't give this one a little... I can't find the cap to this now. I gotta find that. I guess it dropped somewhere. This doesn't have to be... It just has to be... It doesn't have to be all the way through. Big door. This guy, this guy, this guy, this, oops, this guy, and this guy. Perfect. What a mess. I'm gonna have to vacuum in here again. Okay. Now, I did diamond paint all of the cards, and I still have to diamond paint all of the magnets. So let's glue the cards on. Okay, let me get the cards. Aren't they cute? So just to get an idea. The sad guy. The moon. I'm going to break these two up because they're the same. Isn't that cute? All right, so we're going to use our double-sided tape for this. The big guy. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm kind of rushing because, yeah, this needs to get done. And I need to make sure I get it done. You know? Because I still have to build the inside. Oh, maybe I should do that first. No. No, we'll go ahead and it's going to be harder to mount things. I think that should be enough. All right. All right. So I really want to do a whip and chat. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have been diamond painting my little heart out because I've been enjoying it so much recently. I want to say that. So I wrote that I was in a slump and that I had taken some steps to get out of it. What I did is I totally rearranged my room, and I moved a lot of the furniture around. This table is in a totally different spot. Not total, I mean, not totally. There's like my stash shelf and the thing that has my TV on it. There's two things I didn't move, but I moved my desk up, and I moved my shelf that holds all of my storage and my spare diamonds and all. I moved that behind my desk, and I turned my table around and put it against the wall. You're not going to be able to picture it. I will see if I can do a video of my rearranging, but the bottom line is this. It it was so cluttered in here. I honestly didn't even want to come in here anymore. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, there were days that I didn't even diamond paint because the thought of coming in this room just depressed me. It was so cluttered, and like the door to the outside was blocked with the table that's holding my stash. Someone gave me a great idea, and I don't know which creator came up with this idea, or if I can't remember now, if she got it off of a creator, but she told me to get like wrapping paper storage boxes and roll my completed diamond paintings up and put it underneath my bed in those boxes, because those boxes would fit underneath my bed. And she said that she does it by like genre, or like, I guess, like Christmas canvases, landscape, and then that way you can, if you know one that you want to hang up and trade out, you know which box to go into. That's a great idea. I have looked into it, and I do plan on doing that. I have to buy a bunch of boxes and all that. I haven't done any of that yet. But I wanted to get that because I have a card table that just has all of my completed canvases on it. And I wanted to get that out of the way of my back door. Like, to go outside, we had to move that table. It just was, and then it would be right behind my chair. There were so many things about my craft room that was just uncomfortable, that, had gotten uncomfortable, that I just didn't even want to come in here anymore. And I would just avoid coming in here. Just wasn't coming in here. Wasn't diamond painting, wasn't recording. So once I had fixed that, I mean, when I showed Bob, I was like, come see the craft room. I moved furniture. I rearranged things. I still have a lot to organize, but still. And he came in this room. He couldn't believe it. He was like, it feels like you took a piece of furniture out of here. And I didn't. But I just utilized the space a lot better. And another thing that was really annoying for me, was that I had this rug halfway underneath my table, and I had a chair, like a plastic chair roller pad, and then but I would have to pick my chair up to go over the rug underneath the chair roller pad. And that just drove me crazy. Every time I got up, I hated it. You know, those little things that just irk you to the point where it's like, it just steals joy out of your life. That was one of the things that did that. And so what I did is I moved the carpet all the way underneath the thing that's holding the TV. And so it's pushed back or forward or whatever. It's not like I don't have to roll over the carpet anymore, basically. And oh my God, that changed a lot too. You know, just being able to, it just, you know, I guess a feng shui and organization, it just brought so much happiness back to me. And I find myself like wanting to diamond paint, like even at work. I haven't had that feeling in a long time. I remember when I first started diamond painting, I used to be at work and just think, I just want to be diamond painting. And I haven't thought like that or felt like that in a long time. But I felt like that this weekend because, yeah, I come in here and it feels so open, so much more open and not cluttered and it's just more comfortable, you know? So I have been coming in here and diamond painting. So I've posted 2 rows of my Santa canvas, but today I actually finished the 3rd row on my Santa canvas. So I'm officially finished 3 rows of that canvas. And I just made a mess. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying diamond painting again. That's what it comes down to. So because I haven't felt like that in a while, and it's been a while, like for a while that I've been dreading coming in this room, but I've just been really enjoying the diamond painting and running with it. So there we go. Those are all on the doors now. Is it cute? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. I got these rhinestone numbers stickers. Oh, you know what? I want to do a wheel to see what door is what number. So our next step is to diamond paint. Here's all my leftovers from the cards. What I'm going to do is just going to move these up. I'm going to switch spots with these. But that's how I'm going to number the doors, with these rhinestone stickers. So I'll just put them on the blue so you can see them a little better. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? belongs to that. And these belong to my magnets. Probably shouldn't take very long. So let me go get my stickers. Oh, here's the cap to that thing. I'm such a mess. Stickers. Okay. All right, what do we have here? We have A, H, I, M, O, T, M, O, T, V, X, Y, 8. All right, so we're just going to do a quick kit up of these. Let's hope that there's no static. Nope, nothing's slowing us down tonight. So, Bob found a dog. He was driving home from work, and right up the street, right before you turn down our street, he was getting ready to turn, and he saw these little eyes underneath a car, and he was like, our neighbor across the street feeds a stray cat, and he built her a little cat house. He's a woodworker. So Bob's like, oh, what's the cat doing all the way up here? Well, it turns out it wasn't a cat. He took a closer look, and he was like, wait, that's a dog. So he pulled over, and he looked under the car, and it was this little dog. So he goes over to the house that the car's in front of, and he knocks on the door, and he's like, do you have a dog? Because there's a dog underneath your car. And the guy says, no, you're the third person to ask me about that. So I guess like all these other people saw the dog, went and knocked on his door, and then when he said no, they were just like, oh, okay, and they kept walking. So he was like, everybody just left this dog underneath the car. So he goes to try to get the dog to come out. The dog's like growling at him. It was a Yorkie. It was a little Yorkie, so it wasn't a big dog. The dog's like growling at him. So he goes home and grabs our old small crate that we used to have for soju, and he comes outside with it, and our neighbors that have the Doberman sees him, and they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, there's a dog underneath the car up here. So they follow him, and they're trying to get the dog to come out. The dog won't come out. They have the crate open. Then a couple other people join them. I'm driving home, and I see all these people on the ground around a car, and I'm just like, what's going on? I see a dog crate, and then Bob waves to me, and I'm like, and I'm driving, right? And so then I like start to slow down, and I'm like looking like, is that Bob? And it was he did it like in such a nonchalant way. He was just like he wasn't my husband and on the ground in front of someone's stranger's house, like doing that. So I was like, was it Bob? Like, I started second guessing what I saw, and I like stopped, and he didn't get up. Nobody got up. Nobody. So I was like, maybe it wasn't Bob. And so I drive home, and I go in the house, and Moogie's in the crate, and his work bags on the counter and he's not home. And I'm like, so it had to have been him. So I put, I let Moogie out and we do a bunch of kisses and she cries to me because, she was in a crate. Like, God, who did that to her? She's telling me all about it and I was sympathizing. I'm like, they're so mean. Mommy would have never did this to you. And then I put the leash on her, take her outside, and we start walking towards there, and they're coming back. Oh, wait, before I put the leash on her, while we're sitting there and I'm telling her how Mommy would have never done that to her, Bob comes in and he's like, don't we have a collar? So we did have a small collar, but it was the only collar that we had was Moogie's first collar. So he takes that and like this cheap little leash I got at Walmart that we actually never used. And he takes that and he's like, yeah, I found this dog, and he runs out. So I put the leash on her and we start walking, and here they come walking. Bob's got this little dog on this collar. Oh, by the way, I did my nails again and I did this color so I can put these stickers on it. And they came out beautifully, but I will be honest and tell you that this one cracked. I have glue on it. It cracked at work. And then this one cracked, and I haven't put any glue on it yet. And they cracked pretty low. So this is the 7th time that I've done my nails. So these have been done, and this one chipped. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them down because I left them pretty long, as you can see, just because I was loving the look. But honestly, like, I really should have cut him lower. I'm gonna do that. The next time I do them, I'm gonna cut them lower, and I'm going to um, cut them lower and put an extra coat on so that they can grow again. Anyway, there's a little male Yorkie, and he was overweight, but he had a lot of his like coat was like unkempt. So they were all like, I don't think he has an owner. I think he's been a stray for a while because he looks pretty shaggy and raggedy and stuff. And I was like, I don't know. He's pretty well fed. Like, he looked overweight to me. And so while they were trying to get the dog out, a vet was walking her dog, and she sees them and she stops and she's like, can I ask you guys what you're doing? And they're like, yeah, there's a little dog under here. So she sees the dog and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to find the owner. She says, well, I don't even think the owner deserves this dog. This dog is way overweight and he's not being taken care of. Look at his hair. He doesn't look, well kept and this and that. And so when they get the dog, now Bob and I had just come home from work and I had to go back to work. This was Saturday or Sunday morning. And so our neighbor actually took the dog because Bob's like, I have to run Moogie and try to sleep on the couch. Kim's going to sleep because she's got to go back to work tonight. So they took the dog. Well, their Doberman tried to eat the dog. So then another neighbor took the dog, but he was like, I'm only going to keep it until after the Eagles game because I go to bed. So then they didn't know what to do with the dog. So then my neighbor who lost his wife, he took the dog overnight and very sweet dog. Like they said, he tried to bite me though. um, like I reached out, and I think I scared him because it was dark out, and apparently now we know he's 12 years old and he's almost blind. So I think I just startled him. But because I petted him earlier, so I thought he would be okay with that. But I think because it was dark out. So anyway, long story short, they ended up taking it to a Yorkie rescue, and they were all ready to foster it out. Like, and then the owner shows up at my neighbor's door, and they were like, they claimed that they were just knocking on random doors. I have a hard time believing that, but whatever. And so the rescue lady, when he brought the dog to the rescue, she was like, this dog was not taken care of. It's more than double the size it should be. He was very fat, but then also his coat was really shaggy. So I was like, you know, I don't know how much of that is his coat, but she like looked at his paws, and his nails were like curled under, growing back into its skin. And so they had no interest in even trying to find the owner, because they felt like this, she said that it was, you know, animal abuse. And I don't know, I felt kind of bad, because I was like, if it's someone in our neighborhood, like, everything's so expensive right now, like maybe they just can't afford everything, because, you know, I live in a retirement community, and a lot of these people are on fixed incomes. So I didn't know how I felt about not contacting the owner. I was like, I think that's kind of cruel, you know. But anyway, the owner did find out, and so he told her where the dog was, and the rescue called my neighbor, and was like, yeah, the owner called me. Legally, I have to give the dog back, but I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. So apparently she had said, well, there's one, she said that she had a grooming appointment for the 18th. No one seems to believe that. But what really kind of threw me for a loop was, she said, I was like, I wish she didn't say this, but she said that she knew the dog was under the car, and she just had to get dressed to come get it. And I was like, oh, why did she say that? Because that does sound like neglect. I mean, they were under the car for minimum a half hour, if not more, trying to coax this dog out, you know. And the neighbor said that he was the third person to like report this dog to him. So I was like, that, I mean, I don't know how slow she moves, but you would, I mean, I don't, she lived across the main highway. I mean, it's not a highway, but it's the main road into our development, and it's very busy traffic wise. Like, if you knew your dog was over there, wouldn't you be worried that it was going to try to cross the street and get hit? So I don't know why she would admit that. And then if that was the case, Like, why did it take 2 days for you to like go around asking? I don't know. I mean, and my neighbor was walking him on that leash, this pink leash, like all day. He was walking, he was going on random doors, knocking on random doors, asking people if they knew the dog. I don't know. So, but anyway, so that happened. And the dog was okay. The dog was 12. The rescue lady thought he was like 10. But my neighbor who lost his wife said he thinks he's an older dog because he tried to give him some food and he was sniffing around like he couldn't find it, like he couldn't see it. So he said, I definitely think he's older. See, these little off the canvas projects, they look like they're not going to take long, and they do. They take a lot longer than they should, I feel like. Don't you feel like I should be already done one magnet? I do. I don't know why. I just am not crazy about off the canvas projects. I just so much prefer working on a large picture. I don't know what it is. When I first started, I thought I would love off the canvas projects because it would give you like a faster sense of completion, and like you would see it would be done faster. And you know, it takes so long for a large diamond painting to come together. But no, turns out that's not the case for me. I don't know why. Yeah, so this new setup I have, I was playing with the camera and I just am trying to still figure out how I need a new stand. I need a stand that actually holds my camera over the table. I have it rigged up weird. So I'm going to talk about my ideas for 2025. I've been thinking about it, and I don't know if I mentioned yet, but I am going to be co-hosting the J Wall again with Debbie. In April. I think it's only going to be 6 weeks long because 8 weeks is a long time. And I know I mentioned it in my polls, like you guys picked my next J-Wall canvas. I still have to order that. Probably going to do that very soon because I want to make sure I have it in time. But I forget what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, my plans are to participate in events, because I didn't do any events. Like sometimes the events stress me out, like, and then if I don't finish the canvas in time, you know, I'm not going to start another one for the next event. my other plan is to finish as many canvases as I can. And I know that we all try to do that, like that's obvious, but and maybe it's just because right now I'm like really like gung-ho about diamond painting, and so I feel like, you know, and when you feel like that and you feel really good about diamond painting, you just diamond paint faster. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I feel like I just diamond paint faster. Oh, I thought that was a piece of another thing is I am going to be doing more Diamond Art Club next year. But anyway, I have, so like these are going to go on here like this. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I have a ton of Diamond Art Club canvases, more than any other company. And I don't do them often. So I need to bang some out. Like I really need to, you know, I might try to do one Diamond Art Club canvas a month to, but again, you know me, I like really large ones. So that's definitely something that I need to keep in mind. But I would like to decrease the stash count on that company. And so you will be seeing more of those, but you will be seeing a lot more Diamond Art Club next year. I have so many of them that I'd like to do. And then so I want to do events. I want to decrease my stash. I want to try to stick to that whole, you know, and you need to do 5 canvases in order to buy one, because I'd really like to bring my stash down to a more manageable stash. I would also like to have more current canvases in my stash, you know, because I have a lot of discontinued canvases at this point. So there are a lot of canvases that are not my style, that I have. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 from the Diamond Art Club mystery box that I have, and that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. I'll probably never do Fenya. I got Fenya. I'll probably never do Fenya. I kept it because I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it because it's so outside my wheelhouse. Like I'll do something different. But it's hard to make the decision to do something that's not really your style when you have so many canvases that are your style. So it's like, how do I choose that one over, you know, unless I do it for an event. And we all know I'm going to try to do more events next year. I want to do some events that my friends are hosting. Like Diamond Painting with Jack hosts a lot of events. I'd like to do one of them. And it stinks because there's so many shops that I'd like to get a canvas from and try, but I'm also trying to be very money conscious. I feel like Bob and I are still trying to play catch up from, all his surgeries and stuff. And, the economy and the cost of things. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to try to work 4 hours extra every week for overtime, which is nothing. Like 4 hours is nothing. So I'm like, that would be, 8 hours extra a check. It would be very, very helpful. But we're so slow. Like I got canceled. And when we're busy and they put out the blasts? The weekends. Well, I work every weekend because they're short on the weekends. And my position is a weekend position. So I don't get to benefit from those blasts. Guys, I'm starving. I gotta go eat. I'm gonna go eat and I have to hit the gym. It's like 7 p.m. and I told myself I would leave at 7 to go to the gym. So I'm gonna go eat, go hit the gym, and I'll be back tonight. I did sleep. I took a nap today, so I'll be awake for a while. Oh, my little Roddy. We have to finish these and this, glue them on, and then I have to put the numbers on, and then I have to make the cells behind here, behind the doors, and put it all together. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but all right, guys, I'll be back. Whew, guys, all right, so when I started this video, my intentions were to like diamond paint a little bit with you guys, but it's just going to make for a very long video. So we're just going to build the box. I diamond painted the rest of these. And again, I'm going to just say that these all came from New Craft Day. Thank you, New Craft Day. They were a promotional item. I unboxed them. Oh my gosh, I forgot his nose. Look at him. This poor guy. So let me just diamond paint his nose real quick. But I got to tell you, and I know that a lot of people enjoy off the canvas projects. As cute as these little guys were, oh my God, suck the life out of me. I just do not enjoy doing these. I just don't. It took me so much longer to finish these than it should have. This box should be done, but I literally just kept stopping and like walking away because I don't know, it's just like nails on a chalkboard for me doing these little projects. Like they're not in rows, they go all I don't know if the drills are dirty, but I've had to change my glue dots multiple times. Yeah, I just don't get a lot of enjoyment doing these these guys. I just don't. I mean, I think that they're great for like little projects like this, but oh my God, guys, sucked the life out of me. Look how cute he is. Now he's supposed to be a Doberman, but I really think he's a Rottie, and this is going to be his home here. Doesn't that look great? Okay, so we have all the doors, and I'm going to have to. I'll have to fix that. I did just vacuum a little bit in here just to. I don't even care. Just to clean up a little bit of this debris. I'll have to do it again when we're done. So all the doors are open, and I want to glue these guys on here, or double side tape them. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then what I need to do is, we can do that after, because what I need to do is to build the box, right? We're going to have to look at the back of it. I'm going to see the holes back here. I'm going to see the doors back here. And I have to build, let me get all the rest of the stuff. So first of all, wow, this is super heavy cardboard. First of all, I'm going to have to cut this down. Okay, so right here, I'm going to have to cut it down here. Like that. And the other side as well. Sorry, I'm hitting you guys. Just cut it like, just draw my line like this. Okay. Real quick, gonna cut that. Let's see if scissors can get through this. This is cardboard. I didn't realize how heavy this cardboard was. Where's my scissors? Here they are. This is going to be interesting. I have these bandage scissors. They might be better. They have that safety on it. Because Should I get the, I just felt like maybe it was too thick for the razor blades. I don't know. Should I try the razor blades? Because, yes, it's working, but it's pretty... Make sure that oh yeah, so much easier. Although I don't think it's cutting all the way through. Guys, why do you let me do this? Why do you let me do these crazy things? All right. Oops. Okay. Whew. Okay, that's that. Of course, I have zero clues where the cap to this went. I'm just going to put it back in here for now. All right. So now, that's how deep the box is. So, let's see here. Where's my foam board? Okay. This is awesome because this is perfect. This is going to go all the way. That is beautiful. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to mark it here. You guys have no idea what I'm doing, right? So now I got to build the inside spaces. All right, where's that knife? Okay. Okay. Now it needs to be actually, I should cut these down a little bit. Yeah. They don't need to be this deep. I'm going to cut them down this much. On each side. I can't tell which side I actually did the cutting. I'm getting pretty fearless with these knives here. Okay, now I'll measure this end. And I listened back to some of my earlier recording, and I think that the microphone, I think it sounded pretty good. So I'm wearing it again. All right, so now it's just that deep. So now this piece only needs to be that long. Okay. So now this gets glued here, and I just have to do 1, 2, 3 of those. And this one has to get cut there. Along there. If you can't tell, I am moving along pretty quickly on this part. All right, so that's obviously nothing's perfect, and that's okay. This is a advent calendar for my dog, and I need to have it done by tomorrow. So she is in daycare right now, so I don't have to worry about what she's doing, where she is, taking her out, running her, or any of those things. And I need to cut this piece off. All right, so we need to glue this here. All right, so this is the back. I need to glue this here. I have a glue gun. Let's plug it in. While this is warming up, oh my goodness. My daughter used it last. Look at it. What is all that? Like, really? Of course, everything's glued to it. Jeez, oh man. All right, while that is warming up, I'm going to cut this other piece here. So now I have this piece, this piece. I have to cut this. We're going to use this piece, and we can use this piece here. That actually works perfectly. Yes. And then we just have to make shelves. And honestly, they don't all need to go all the way back, because to be honest with you, like, everything that I got her is kind of long. It's going to hang in the right spots, so I'm not worried about that. If you don't understand what I'm doing right now, I'm making the compartments of the box inside, because everything is a DIY. I have to pull the plug out closer. It's a long plug, so it should reach fine. Perfect. Everything's a DIY. Okay, so here's another glue stick. Now, the problem is by the time I get down further down the line, it's going to be dry up there. I have the cheapest glue gun. Perfect. That's on. Now we're going to do this one. Right, what I'm doing, does it make sense now? Okay. There we go. Nice and tight. All right. So now I need a thing here and a thing there and a thing there. So, okay, in here. And then this piece can go here or here. piece of anything. Okay, and then make this one. I should have done it this way. So I got more out of it. That's fine. Like that. And that. Okay. This can go here. No. Yeah, I do need it to go here. There we go. And then let's see here. I don't know when it stopped recording, guys, or why. I am still building it. I used all the foam board that I have, so now I'm using some of the cardboard that I had cut off. You see how this glue gun's on because cardboard is heavier. Seems to stay. I have no idea why it stopped recording like that, or when it stopped recording. I think what I'll do is I will use this piece. And what is this? Oh, this is foam board. Perfect. We'll cut this. So the key to cutting foam board without the bumps is to just not care. It's like just a cut. This is what, my third glue stick? All right, now we only need two more pieces. Whew, thank God. Oh God, did I just drop my knife? I'm getting too careless. Okay, here we go. We're just going to cut two. One. Two. I think this one might be a little too long. Just cut a little bit off. All right. That. Where are you? You think this is going to work, guys? Could you imagine if I did all this and then it didn't work? Okay. All right. So there's all our cubbies. Now it's just a matter of gluing this on it. So I'm going to glue one side and then the other. Hold on. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this with the camera. I think the easiest way to do it is to stand it up and do it. Put all this stuff. That's how I'm going to have to do it. All right. Now, you guys aren't going to be able to see what I'm doing, but I am going to glue the sides on. All right, guys. This is them. So here's the cubbies. I have to put a top and a bottom on it, which I'm going to do on my own. I just want to finish these doors with you, and I'm not going to fill them up with you because you guys have to be surprised too. Okay. I'm hoping to get Moogie to like know oh my gosh, it's time to go in my box. So we have 12 days to do that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue. Since I have my glue gun out, I'm just going to glue these guys on here. Let me just lay them out. And I threw one on the floor. Oh, here he is. I'm going to put you up here, you down here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and glue these guys on here. Where's my glue gun? So I'm going to keep note of which way it opens because I need to put a handle or like string to pull. This one I wanted to glue. Okay, that's better. And then I just need to put the numbers on the doors. Put this guy . This is going to be hard because it's going to mostly be sticking. I have to do the top and the bottom. There we go. All right, so this is what we got so far. Now the numbers, I got these numbers. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's getting really dark in here. I got these rhinestone numbers. Okay, so number 1 will go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You're number 1 and 12. There you go. Whew. All right. Now, that's the box, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a top and a bottom on it. We're done. Here it is. It's finished. I'm sorry. I apologize if this video is very choppy, and I am holding this camera because I just wanted to show you guys it completely finished. I added some decorations to it, so all the blue doors, except for the big one, have these bows on it. And then for my handles, I have these ribbon handles. I just want to show you the inside of this one. That's what they look like inside. So, you know, it's not perfect. You know, there's space and stuff. I'm not worried about that, obviously. It's for my dog, and I think she's going to love it. So, yeah, I will be back tomorrow with a short of her opening door 1, which is right here. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see Moogie open each door the next 12 days, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.